Very good day from myself, Devon Govender, and welcome to Speed Down Under. This is KZN's premier harness racing selection show, and it's proudly brought to you by Gallop TV. Of course, as usual, we are covering the race meeting that takes place this Friday on the 28th of March at Gloucester Park. That is the headquarters there, the City Track Gloucester Park in Western Australia in Perth. And we do have a suggested jackpot as well as a best bet for you. Unfortunately, Aldo is feeling a little bit under the weather and he won't be joining us today. Nevertheless, he has sent us his selections as well as the best bet, and I'm going to be taking you through that. So that slide's going to come up on screen any moment now. We do have a suggested jackpot for you and the best bet, which kicks off in race number 1. So the best bet in race number 1 is number 6. This is Vanderbilt, and Aldo Kodapasi is in the cart this time around, and he's unbeaten recently on this individual. So Aldo has driven this horse twice in recent times and he's won. He's given us a bit of confidence there and selected this as the best bet. Unfortunately, I cannot give you any betting updates because the show is recorded early. Take note, the show is recorded on a Wednesday, and please check your card changes as well as betting updates. So just looking at the recent form, this horse has won the last start with Aldo aboard, and that was at Pinjarra. Prior to that, ran second at Gloucester Park and then finished first at Northam. So the form is absolutely outstanding, and race 1, number 6, Vanderbilt, looks very, very tough to beat here in race number 1, and that'll be our best bet for the day. Hopefully we can kick off and make some money there for the jackpot a little bit later. Like I said, I won't be able to give you any betting odds. Moving on to the jackpot there, the first leg of the jackpot is in race number 5, and we do have the 4 numbers selected for you. That is numbers 4, 1, 10 and 8. 4, 1, 10 and 8. We're going to start with number 4, that is Rock and Roll Artist for trainer Aidan DeCampo, and Joseph Savalco is in the driver's seat there. This horse ran 4th in the last start, and prior to that has run 3 seconds. So holding some solid form there is number 4, Rock and Roll Artist, and that is the narrow first selection in the first leg of the jackpot. Looking at horse number 1, that is My Ultimate Chevron. We know how important the draws are here at Gloucester Park. Draws play a massive role here, so this one will have a big advantage from Barrier Gate 1, and this race is over 1730 meters, and this one could end up in the leading vicinity, so is a must include. Thereafter, we've backed it up with horses 10 and 8, that is Star Casino for Ryan Williams, and Dylan Edgerton Green is in the driver's seat, and this one's got the national rating points of 94. Could just get a good run into the race because is drawn behind number 1. This one will come off the second line and has to be thrown into everything. Thereafter, we've got in number 8, that is Al Chema for Justin Prentice. No driver carded there as yet, and this one ran an absolute cracker in the last start, finishing second. National rating points of 102, so this is definitely one for the shortlist. 4, 1, 10 and 8 in the first leg of the jackpot. Moving on to the next leg of the jackpot, which is race number 6 on the card. It's the Garrard's Westbred Autumn Restricted 4-year-olds and 5-year-old feature MS Pace. It's over 2,130 meters. Prize money there of $31,000. And in preferential order, we've gone with numbers 1, 2, and 7 in the second leg of the jackpot. So 1, 2, and 7. I'm going to start with the Little Master. Denny Roberts is in the driver's seat there, and this one has been holding some solid form. Ran a cracker in 3rd in the last start. Prior to that, finished 4th. And prior to that, finished 3rd, so is holding consistent form. That is number 1, the Little Master, and might be able to hold the front there. National rating point sitting on 81. The second selection will be number 2, that is Princess Katie, and this is from the Michael Young yard, and Gary Hall Jr. gets the drive. He's been driving exceptionally well, and this is another horse that's in solid form there. Ran a good second in the last start and could go one better, hence we've thrown this into the jackpot. We've backed it up with number 7, who is another one that has been holding consistent form. That is Magnus Victor for Aiden De Campo and Joseph Savalco in the driver's seat. Does have a little bit of a tricky draw to contend with, but if there is some solid speed on in the race, this one will be running on very strongly. That is number 7, Magnus Victor. So 1, 2, and 7 in the second leg of the jackpot. Moving on to race number 7, which is the penultimate leg of the jackpot, just the 3 numbers there. We've gone with numbers 10, 4, and 12. Now, just reading in between the lines and having a look at a few replays, I do believe that there is going to be a solid speed on in this contest, race number 7. Hence, Aldo has gone with number 10, that will be driven by Gary Hall Jr. and comes from the Justin Prentice yard. That is Noble Torondo. So this horse ran an absolute cracker in the last start, finishing second. Of course, does start in the second row there. So based on the fact that there's going to be some solid speed on early, this horse might just get a good cart up into the action and be flying at them late. The second selection is number 4, that is Manhattan Ruby for Corey Peterson being the trainer driver there. This one has a reasonable enough draw and might just find a good run in transit. Just take note, this one has won the last 2 starts impressively. Do take note of that. Do not leave that out of your bets. Then the third selection, we had to throw in number 12. And this is from the Kim Prentice yard, and Mitchell Miller there is in the driver's seat. That is Beat It Like Becca. Ran a good second in the last start. Prior to that, finished third. And this horse has been racing well after returning from a break. So there's no question marks with regards to fitness, in top form there. And this could certainly win race number 7. So 10, 4, and 12, a very competitive contest there. Race number 7, that's our numbers. Moving on to the last leg of the jackpot, we've gone with 12, 6, and 11. Now, looking at this horse, number 12, Miss Unique, has been very impressive recently. Murray Lindau is the trainer. Kyle Harper in the driver's seat. Won the last 2 starts in good style there, and this one's got the national rating points of 64. Once again, we've gone for the horses that start at the back. That is the second row, based on the fact that there is going to be some decent speed on in this contest, and this one will be flying at them late. This race is over 2,130 meters. So 12 is the narrow first selection there, and followed by number 6, that is Drive Line. Brad Stempalia is the trainer driver there. This one ran a good third in the last start and could represent a little bit of value. Then we've backed it up with number 11, and the form speaks for itself. I mean, you look at the form, last run second, prior to that first, second, hasn't been out the frame in the last 5 starts, and Trent Wheeler gets to drive aboard number 11. This is another one that could get a decent cart up into the action, based on the fact that there could be some solid speed on in this race. But I'm quite confident that number 12, Miss Unique, could get the job done here. And I can't give you any odds at this stage. Like I said, the show is recorded early, so do check those scratchings and betting updates. So let's just recap the jackpot for you very quickly. First leg, 4, 1, 10, and 8. Second leg, 1, 2, and 7. Third leg, 10, 4, and 12. And the last leg, 12, 6, and 11. I really like number 12 here in the last leg of the jackpot. That is Miss Unique for Murray Lindau and Kyle Harper. This horse has been very impressive in that last 2 wins. So throw that into all your bets. The jackpot's going to cost you 108 Rand. And just recapping that best bet in race number 1, Aldo has given us some confidence there. He's going to be driving number 6, Vanderbilt. And in recent times, he's won 2 races on this individual, and this one has got the national rating points of 90 and could take an absolute power of beating. That is the best bet. Race 1, number 6, Vanderbilt. We've run you through the jackpot. That's going to cost you 108 Rand. If you're playing this jackpot and best bet come Friday, we wish you all the best.